Hey, good guy Glenn here. How are you doing? Are you okay? Sitting in that sleeper, some truck stop in the middle of nowhere, probably doing a 34 because there was no loads going out for the holiday weekend. Sitting there contemplating life, wondering where you went wrong, thinking about that woman who probably doesn't talk to you anymore, those kids that you never really get to see, how they don't understand that you went out and did what you had to do because you had to make a living for your family to pay the bills. Are you sitting in some hotel room somewhere and the walls are closing in? Or maybe you were lucky enough to get home and you're in an apartment and you got friends, but they're all far away. Friendships that you maybe built in some country, in some fire base with no name, far away, in some Middle Eastern country. I'm going to tell you right now, sometimes those days, they're dark. Sometimes the walls of that sleeper are closing in. Sometimes you sit there by yourself. You might cry out loud. You might ask God for mercy. You might not know where to go from here. But you should know something. You're not alone. You're not the only one who feels that way. A lot of us feel that way. There's a certain reason why people go over the road. Some people are just looking for a job. Those are the people who don't make it. You got people who are looking for adventure. Sometimes they find it, sometimes they don't. And sometimes it's just a thing that you fall into, and you do. And it's not easy, and people don't understand that. And people think that driving that truck is you're just driving, man. How hard is your job? You just drive. They don't know. They don't know what it's like to drive 700 miles a day, to wake up at 3:30 in the morning, to drive through the fog of West Virginia, hoping that there's a trailer in front of you so you can just follow its four ways through the darkness, through that gray soup until the sun breaks in the morning. Just hoping. They don't know what it's like to drive through Ohio in the winter. It's lake effect snow, sheet of ice on Route 80. You don't know if when you hit the brakes, if you're just going to skid off the road, wind up in the ditch, or something worse. They don't know what it's like to go across the plains during the spring with the wind just blowing your truck, and God forbid you're empty, and your trailer, and you're watching in that West Coast mirror as your tandems are slowly coming off the ground. They don't know. But you know what they really don't know? They don't know that loneliness at the end of the day when you pull your brakes and pull your curtain and you take your shower and you come back and you lay it back there and maybe you watch some TV. Maybe you shut the TV off and it's dark and you just think about things that went wrong, things that went right. We all go through it, man. You're not alone. You're never alone. And I just wanted to make this video today to say all this because I was sitting here thinking the very same thing in my apartment. Thinking about how lucky I am that I get to come home every night and sleep in my bed every night. But I remember being out at OTR, and especially on the holidays, those are tough times. But you can make a phone call. We all got those friends. We all got those friends who are either truckers. We all got those friends, guys who were in our teams, guys who we served overseas with, people maybe we grew up in our hometown back home, a friend, someone. There's always somebody there that you can call. And I know sometimes it just feels like so hopeless, like nothing matters. But there's always tomorrow, man. There's always tomorrow, and it does matter. And I don't want to sound cliche or whatever, but you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. I played Powerball tonight. $1.1 billion. After taxes, that's still $500 million. It could change my life. I could win that tonight. Tomorrow my whole life could be different. Maybe, probably not. Probably tomorrow I'll still be a truck driver. But do I know? I don't know. And what if I gave it all up tonight and my number hit and I'll never know that it hit? Maybe my kids will get that ticket and their life will be better. But I think I'll stick around just to see. And I think you should too, no matter what. It's dark sometimes at night. You know it. I know it. And sometimes the things that run around inside our heads are worse than the things we see with our eyes when we're out there, right? Sometimes we remember people who are no longer here. Sometimes we remember those friends who didn't come back with us on the Freedom Bird. Maybe one of our friends who did come back joined the 22 a day. And I got news for you, that number's far higher. They just play it off and round it off to a 22. I can't explain it any better because YouTube, for some reason, doesn't like you using those words. They make you say weird code words for what I'm talking about, but I don't need to say anymore. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't be one of those 22. It's never worth it. Somebody loves you. And I know one person who loves you no matter what. And you can think I'm corny. You don't have to listen. And I ain't going to preach to you. Because regardless what they say, your relationship with him is yours. He's your father. And you have to make it right with him. And you have to justify in your mind coming to him and asking him for help. And say, enough. I can't carry this cross alone anymore. And he'll help you. He helped me. You can think I'm nuts. You cannot believe. I've been there. I used to think it was corny too. Until it happened to me. Now I'm grateful. And now if you want to talk about it, I'm always here to talk about it. But that's how it's got to be. You got to come to it. I'm never going to push you to it. You can't make someone believe something they don't believe. You can only share your story. And hopefully, your story can help someone else. I hope you're all right tonight. I hope you get some sleep tonight. I hope you got a load waiting in your pending loads right now. And it picks up and you could pick up early. And you could get rolling. And you could be parked by 16:30 tomorrow in a Love's, plenty of parking, a hot shower, and a good meal. Or a TA with an iron skillet. Get yourself a steak. Because you deserve it. It's going to be a short week for me. I got nothing lined up for tomorrow. No per diem jobs. Things are slow. But it's okay. I'm going to be okay. And you're going to be okay too. So, remember, have faith in the Lord. Say your prayers. Don't be afraid to cry to Him. Because He does have compassion and He does have mercy. And you could believe in the Old Testament, eye for an eye, or you could believe in what Jesus said, that love is the way. I believe that. So, I hope this video helped at least one person who was feeling all alone right now, who's feeling like they had nobody listening right now, who's feeling like everything is hopeless and it's not worth even opening your eyes tomorrow. But it is. It is. So, say your prayers. Eat a Greek yogurt and a banana every single day. And when you wake up tomorrow morning, make sure you do your pre-trip. Check your kingpin. Make sure it's good to go and nobody pulled your, kingpin while you were sleeping. And just know that it'll be okay. This is Good Guy Glenn. Thanks for watching.